She's beautiful, isn't she? I just had to add the queen of gaming to the wall of ownage. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take a sip of my salty sweet haters tea right now because I know the comment section is flooded right now with all the hate. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about a particular topic. I heard this certain thing be repeated on the internet, and the certain thing is Sony has the best first-party lineup, or Sony sets the standards for first-party exclusive and first-party development. And when I heard that, you know what all I had to do? Do you know what my reaction was? It was just like this reaction right here from my boy JaytechTV. Tell me your asinine ass just didn't say that. We're going to break it down really simple. Let's think about the first party lineup. Let's think about the first party lineups for PS4 versus the Switch. Let's think about the first party lineups when it comes to Sony overall and Nintendo overall. And what do we have? Let's see. The most relevant and most talked about games that come from the Sony camp I can think of the last 5 years has been Uncharted 4, yeah, The Last of Us, that's 2, and the game that you just resurrected from certain death in God of War. So that's 3. Outside of those 3, I can't really name any other first party exclusive that really garners any attention or critical acclaim or speaking of. But when we go to Nintendo, it's pretty simple. Bayonetta 2, the greatest action game ever made, or, you know, Mario Odyssey, or Xenoblade Chronicles 2, or ARMS on Splatoon, or Mario Kart 8. You know, you see, there's something different when it comes to lining up these first-party exclusives from Sony versus Nintendo. Sony is a one-trick pony. And granted, they do one trick very well. They make these highly cinematic, interactive movies that can only fit in certain genres. You know, your Uncharted 4s, your The Last of Us, your God of War. They all fall under the same line. And the next thing up is going to be this overly cinematic Spider-Man game. How many genres does Sony really master? Or just be good at? It definitely ain't the racing genre because Mario Kart is the best racer on the planet and Gran Turismo has fallen into mediocrity. It ain't the shooter genre because shooters, when it comes to PS4 and Sony, they're pretty much non-existent and need another revival tactic, aka Killzone, get it done Sony. It ain't the action genre because the only guy they had in the action genre, they took him out the action genre and put him in the interactive movie genre. It ain't the JRPG or the core pure RPG genre because I don't even think Sony tries to even compete in that genre either. So Nintendo is in that genre as well. It ain't the fighter genre because Sony, when it comes to the fighting game genre, they're pretty much non-existent. They don't have any new fighters like ARMS, and they don't have fighters that up to the caliber of Smash. Well, they tried to copy Smash one time and it turned out a complete failure. So when we look at it all in all, with me and my boy JaytechTV are just standing here looking, how in the hell can anybody crip their chappy, crusty lips up and say Sony has any part of being in the sentence of best first-party development. They don't have the critically acclaimed franchises. They don't have these strong, lasting franchises. They don't even have enough franchises to even be in this conversation. Can that change? Yes. Will it change? Highly unlikely. When you're a one-trick pony and you do this over cinematic, interactive movie experiences, it only can happen in certain genres. When I say this, I'm just being factual. I just have to bring the hardcore facts. Sony, they are ahead of Microsoft. That's why Microsoft is not even in this conversation. But they are at least 50, 100 steps behind when it comes to Nintendo and first-party development. Until they get something that's on the master level and quality of a Bayonetta 2, of a Mario Kart, of a Legend of Zelda, of a Mario Odyssey, of a Metroid Prime, of a Fire Emblem, of a Smash Brothers, and of everything so on and so forth that Nintendo brings out that is absolutely the greatest thing to put into your system, there is only one king of first-party development, and that is...
Ouya is a new game console for the television.